Hello and welcome, as it is now the 5th day of August 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel. Like we're always, all bets, trades, and of the like go within each his own risk and their own reward. For myself, risk-reward management's always job number one. And a lot of things to go over amongst the crypto market. I'm going to start off with crypto dominance, monthly term time frame, which seen this go way down, which meant April 2017. Yeah, that's when like everything took off. Really March of 2017 actually. Yeah, that's when it took off. And then all the way, oh, what's this bottom? Oh, January, February 2017, 2018. Yeah, that's when the big tops happened. And is there going to be a situation where we have key low, key high, and then wherever the key low is, maybe it's a higher low to this one, a matching low, lower low, just one of the three. And if that's the case, even a move that would bring this down to like 49, 48 would make us most likely a spectacular altcoin run occur. Will that happen? Well, I guess time will only tell. On the daily term time frame, I'm going to ignore this little blimp going down, but I will not ignore how after this low occurred on July 25th, how I had a couple day rally to this point and has rejected it, and how it's been reacting within this previous low like this. It to me just doesn't seem as if, well, this last high occurred now way back in September of last year, so it's almost been a year since that point. It's time to say, well, the Bitcoin dominance run that we've been seeing, at least since this low in here, well, it might be over basically. And if we start to see where we start like more of these lower lows and lower highs come in like that, we could have some potential for like big down moves as well, which could mean like some of these altcoins just having big 20, 30, 40% days against the Bitcoin, and most likely Bitcoin rallying against the dollar as well. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin against the dollar. And I got the Fibonacci lines from the $20,000 highs and the $3,000 lows, which originally there was like no resistance here at 48.41. And there really wasn't even resistance at 63.42, nor was there really resistance at 98, but there was at 12.8. So just a wonderful run that it was starting in April of 2019. And within the Fibonacci levels, it came down to every single one of these from the Rudy Gobert lows, and how it was resisting this high for quite some time. And now it's just had a clear break. It happened last week, and so far a continuation of this week so far is just as early in the week. 4 days and 22 hours to go in it, but it's just hanging in there going sideways within its move. So fantastic. I mean, you almost say this like head and shoulders type of base, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So a lot of fantastic situations. And then this move in here, how we had this gain occur on August the 1st, and just how it sold off. But when we take a look at this on the single hour term time frame, it's just hanging in there. We've establishing some support at 11,000 even. We've established a little bit of resistance here, range of like 11,349 all the way up to 11,475. So yeah, this is a big sell-off in here, but the market's like hanging in there overall pretty well. When we take a look next, we're going to take next look. I'm going to take a look next at Ethereum against that of that Bitcoin. And it's overperforming it. We can say at the start of the year, this is priced at 0.017 or 1.75% the price of Bitcoin, now 3.5% almost, 3.46. But how it was able to get to this high, correct for the 18 average of highs, and just a beautiful retracement, getting past the previous 35 handle, now of course at 34.6. Just a fantastic move. And on the weekly term time frame, and this is where it's big because it got above this. So that's when all the markets topped. This is January of 2018. So how is it done with the 18 average since then? At least the 18 average of highs. Resisting it at this point. And then a huge down move. Retesting this low. So now, I mean, it's at least because consolidate and make this thing go sideways. Attempt to get over, establishing resistance. Support most certainly was being established at the same time. Another little attempt to get above here, but does not get above established resistance by any means. And then after this test, it's unable to do well within the 18, another leg lower. And settling into the 18 highs, neutralizing the situation. And here's an attempt to break out. So you establish this level of resistance. You resist where you would think you would go previous support. You correct nicely within the 18, but now it's broken this level of resistance in here. So to me, this is the first bullish Ethereum has ever looked since, or the first time you can say it's looked bullish since the high. And maybe, and I'm hoping we're in a situation where all coins are just going to go up well together. We'll see in time. This is now Theta against that of Bitcoin. And I've been mentioning, and it hasn't been happening, about this making a move below the 1919. This is not an exact number. My rounding was like 1800 high change. And I'd even think it would go below that. But as it stands right now, what do I see within the weekly chart? Well, after it got above this move, it didn't successfully correct in here. Thus, it retested this low, resisting really this level of support. But within the 18 in here, just staying within the correctionary phase and what was a sideways market, barely going up, established like resisting this level. Let's just take a look at this on the daily chart, because before this move happened, a lot of this was in situations of like, okay, so there we had a spot. Well, what was it? Just the fact that, well, this move here, I'm just trying to remember what I was thinking. It was just so long ago now, but overall within this fantastic move, it is holding the move a lot better than it did back here. We can see this run here goes up, and then how the correctionary move here happened. From this move, we can see how it's been a nice little sideways, just little, for a lot longer. It's consolidating. It's not even going back to where it came from, but the more often support resistance is tested, the more likely it's taken out. So it resisted the 18 average of highs on July the 20th. And when we had this down move here on the 27th, this was really telling me that it should have came down here, but it didn't. So almost a failed move to a degree. Either way, it still found support at previous support. And in here we have on the August 1st day, a move that comes up to this high. Nice correctionary move in here. It supports this day. And then what a great day today it was, as it was able to break through above the 18 average of highs, a 15.8% move, really retesting this level. But if it gets above 3,000, I wouldn't be surprised if it has a very fast move to the next key level, which would be 4,000. Let's move on next to Ripple against Bitcoin, having a very good run itself, as it resists in here, just a good breakout. So well above the 18 average of highs, resisting this previous level in here. But when we take a look at this on a more longer term time frame, again, this is the big high of everything else. December 25th, January 1st, a little earlier than most. Most of them were on January 14, 20. And then it goes down. We have a lower high in here. So an attempt to regain the move after it's breaking it. So a failed, this is all failed move right in here. This little stuff, because it looked like in here after you made this high that it was going to break out. So oftentimes from failed moves come a fast move. Well, there's some fast move stuff in here. But within it, an attempt to break it out here, not so successful. So all this is again, is just another attempt. But when these things go off, these things go off like crazy. It could be like in no time at all. We could see this, well, it's 2,600 Satoshi now. It could be like 5, 6, 7, 8,000 in no time whenever it's ready. And it's been in a long mode of consolidation. You can go back to pretty much a year and say, yeah, at some point it's going to go up. It just hasn't done it yet. And the final one that I'm going to look at is Gigabyte or Digibyte, however it's pronounced. I don't get paid in pronunciation correctly or incorrect. However, we're looking at just an interesting setup, because this 276 handle, key level, you can make a case of an ascending triangle. But if this thing can get bullish here pretty soon, you see this thing getting to 250, 280, 300. I mean, we could see it go from 3 to 450 pretty fast. So you can see some fantastic moves, and it looks like it's poised and set up and ready to do so. See in time if it does or not. It's just whenever you see something like, oh, you're seeing strength amongst the 18 average of highs like this, and you wonder, oh, of course it was going to go up. but we'll see in time if it actually does or not. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.